I'm here in my house in Townsville and there's a cyclone out there bearing straight for us, and I've never felt more lucky and privileged. Now, it's not because I'm like these storm chasers that feel they have to have a bit of excitement in their life, though I must admit there is a certain bit of excitement about having cyclones, and the weather in North Queensland's a bit like that in the summer. No, it's because I'm so lucky that I live in 2024 rather than 1924. Because when I look out the window there's no indication whatsoever that there's a cyclone or anything to worry about. There's a few high clouds and maybe an experienced meteorology would find them a bit suspicious. It's calm, like the calm before the storm, but Townsville's always calm in the summer, or at least most of the time. But we know it's out there because of the brilliant science of meteorology and the wonderful engineering of our radars and our satellite images. So I'm so lucky that I'm living today with that technology. I can prepare. Now, I grew up in the town of Innisfail, the prettiest little town on the Queensland coast. But in 1918, it was hit by a major cyclone, and they had no warning whatsoever. Dozens of people were killed, including at a mission station for Aboriginal people on the beach, which was essentially just swept away by the storm surge. No warning at all. That cyclone smashed all but about a dozen houses in Innisfail. It was a complete wipeout, a population of maybe 3,000 people. And that brings me to the next brilliant science and engineering. We build our houses much better nowadays. The cyclone that hit Innisfail in 1918 would do almost no damage today because our houses are built properly. Before I was fired from James Cook University for pointing out quality assurance problems in Great Barrier Reef science, I had the privilege to work with a group called the Cyclone Testing Station at James Cook University. And that group were responsible over the decades for developing the excellent building codes that are in place today, which means that our buildings are built better. Those guys will be out there right now installing extra wind stations to monitor the cyclone. They do it for every cyclone. And after the cyclone goes through, they'll crawl through every broken building to analyse what went wrong. I must say, that group, I take my hat off to them, and everybody in North Queensland should do too. But there is a fair bit of broken science, claiming that the cyclones are worse now than 100 years ago. They are not. Claiming that there's more damage from them. They are not. Claiming that natural disasters as a whole are killing far more people, when in fact they're killing far fewer people than they did 100 years ago. Anyway, work to do, and I'm going to report back tomorrow.